Hi, I'm Margaret, and welcome to Garden School. Today I was just outside here in the fall and looking at what's still remaining in my garden, and I noticed the hummingbird still coming around at the salvias. There are three different kinds of salvias in this particular area, and I was thinking about how important salvias are to hummingbirds, and as we can use them in our garden and to support the hummingbird population. There are over 1,000 kinds of salvia. Salvia is also known as sage, different kinds of sage, and I wanted to just take a look at a couple of the ones that I have here in the second half of October that are still blooming really nicely and providing some nectar for the hummingbirds. Let's take a look. So one of the salvias that I'm very happy to have at this time of year is the pineapple sage. You see these beautiful coral red colored flowers, beautiful in the characteristic shape of the flowers of the salvias. This foliage is really nice and bright. There is also a variety that has even more golden kind of foliage, but the hummingbirds are really drawn to this. First the color, but then the flower shape makes it very, very suitable for hummingbirds. Another one that I see here is this blue flowering sage with the chartreuse colored calyxes that look so stunning, that blue and yellow green together. Hummingbirds are also very excited about utilizing that, as are insects still. I'm seeing some flying insects here around gathering some nectar still. And then another one that I have right here in this same area is the hot lips. It has been a very popular kind of a woody, more woody shrub type of salvia, whereas these other two are perennial. They will die down and then come back again. The hot lips is one, the microphylla is the species, will retain their woody shape even through the winter. Now this flower shape is very important for the hummingbirds. It's a single open flower that makes the nectaries inside very available to the hummingbirds. Now here is another salvia family member. This is catmint, a variety of catmint, nepeta or nepeta. It also has a similar flower structure and making it very open for the hummingbirds, as well as that calyx that's quite prominent behind the flower. You can see that dark kind of purpley red structure where the flower, the petals, behind the petals. That's characteristic of this. And here is an agastache or a kind of hyssop. These tend to be quite fragrant. The foliage is fragrant too. And that's something that's quite characteristic about many of the salvias. You can see the flower is this similar shape, making it very accessible for hummingbirds. And here's some culinary sage. And the word salvia comes from the Latin for a word that means health or healing. So that's kind of a neat thing to think about when we consider all of the different salvias that we might include in our landscaping. So of the over 1,000 varieties of salvia that we could find, some are annuals, some are perennials, some are woody perennials that can be quite shrubby. You can find a salvia just about for any circumstance, some for drier situations and some that would do well in a moister situation as well. They're very flexible and broad family. One thing I wanted to just say is this pineapple sage is so named because when you crush a leaf, it smells of pineapple. And just similar to the mints when you have that really strong aroma in the foliage. Salvia is the same way. And a characteristic of many of the salvias is that four-sided stem. So take a look for that. Well, while I am tempted to pick some of these and bring them in the house to enjoy, I think I'm going to leave them outside as long as possible for the hummingbirds to provide some nutrition for them and for the other insects that are still active at this time of year. It's really wonderful to see, just by chance, to see a hummingbird come into these. Well, consider salvias. You will be amazed at what you can find. Enjoy that. I hope you have a good time doing that. There's always more to learn in the garden. Bye-bye.